transacting business is enshrined in the 1999 Constitution and other relevant laws. There is nothing before the court showing that River State House of Assembly is unable to carry out its functions, Justice Osho said, and ruled that was resolved in favor of the plaintiffs. On the removal of the clerk of the River State House of Assembly, Emeka Amadi, who was redeployed by the River State Head of Service, Justice Osho declared it null and void and invalid in the face of the law. Omoto said the Constitution is clear that the appointment of a clerk and deputy clerk is done by the River State Speaker and is subject to confirmation by the lawmakers, and that their appointment remuneration is governed by the River State House of Assembly law, even though they are civil servants. The judge said the first plaintiff is entitled to funds or amount standing to the credit of Rivers Assembly in the state's consolidated revenue fund, including salaries, emoluments, and the same cannot be stopped by anyone, including the governor. Let's see, are there other things that I missed out? Okay. The judge said the governor cannot withhold the funds of the lawmakers. I think I mentioned that already. The judge subsequently restrained the National Assembly from accepting a request from the governor. The judge also observed that the governor's legal team had withdrawn all his processes in the matter, adding that it means that he had met all the facts stated by the plaintiffs. The judge held that based on facts before his court, Ameule remained the valid speaker of the River State Assembly. Now, the judge said the purported seating of the year for the lawmakers who had to pass the budget of the state is null and void. I do not know what evidence the court was referring to in that judgment. I do not know if the court is aware of the debate or the process of defection. I don't know about that one, but as was well written in that article, the judge mentioned that the governor and his lawyers withdrew their participation in that suit, and the judge read to mean that they have accepted the truth and the facts. I don't know if that's really the case. I don't know if the governor's camp will appeal this situation. However, the summary of it is what you've been hearing all along, which is that the governor would have to pass the budget again, or in this case, the governor has not yet passed the budget. What happened before is null and void, so the governor would have to now pass the budget. Remember last week when we were closing hard facts for the week, we mentioned that the lawmakers had made public notice to the governor that it would no longer receive correspondence from the government house if the governor continues to reject letters and correspondence from the House of Assembly to the government house, the brick house. So it's like a drama that is never ending. New episodes every week, always on Monday, and we get to see new episodes now. And the question on my mind is, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Really, I want to know, because for the past few months, listen to a lot of you debate on the show. Oh, these people are not the legal lawmakers. Oh, they are the legal lawmakers. Oh, now that the court has made a judgment, the court has made a declaration. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking? What are you imagining right now as you listen to me reel out this report? I'd like to hear. I really would love to hear. I've got a commercial coming up, but come back from the commercial. I tell you another story. The story is about a local government chairman. I watched the video, and my goodness, I don't even know what I'm thinking right now. And I know some of you have watched the video as well. Rain, insults. I mean, if you go to the Daily Post, you probably get a good report. Better than I would tell you right now. So maybe you should read the Daily Post Daily Post report now, and let's get your thoughts. Why am I stumbling on my words? It's Monday afternoon, right? I do not know, but I'll be right back, and we'll talk some more.
facts.
All right, 27 minutes can pass the hour of 3, and I think I have to run right now because time is fast spent. For those of you just joining, you joined at the right time. You're listening to Hard Facts at 9.3 Nigeria Info. I am Kala Dakurubatu. It's my pleasure having you on the other side of the radio. All right, I think I've been able to cure my stumbling on word, right? All right, what a breaking. Next big story has got to do with the local government. I do not want to call the local government chairman's name. So if you already know, I don't know why I don't want to. I don't think I want to start the week with trouble. I don't want to be part of it, right? But, I've always said to callers who usually will call my show and try to insult people in certain positions, like president or a governor or a lawmaker, and I would always tell them, apart from the fact that these people are human beings, they occupy a very sensitive position. For instance, the office of the governor of River State is not necessarily about the individual. It's not necessarily about the person in there. It's about the office. It is a symbol of leadership of Rivers people. And if Rivers people come together and say, this is the person we want to be in charge of this symbol, this is the person we want to be in charge of this leadership position in Rivers State, an insult, an attack to that person is an attack to the entire people of Rivers State. Now, maybe some would argue his person is different from the office, but it's difficult to differentiate. I see some of you say, oh, the president is trying to tell you, oh, no, you are in support of a particular person. No, it's not about support. It's about the office. It's about the symbol. It's about what is in the Constitution. It is that office holds a very significant role in the development, in the existence of the state, and in the case of the president of the country. Yeah. So when I watched that video, which I believe some of you have watched, I didn't know what to make of it. And I'm bringing it on big stories today, not so we can attack individuals or we can show our political bias, but we can talk about it and see how, in River State, we can change the narrative where, because you and I are no longer on the same political path, we then resort to fighting, we resort to pulling down, right? We then resort to, blows and fights and, gunplays and all of that stuff. We need to get past that kind of lifestyle, that kind of political narrative, and get to the point where we can agree to disagree. So yeah, okay, fine, it's good. You have a different political inclination. I have a different political bias. So can we still figure out the way where you and I can work for the development of River State? Can we still figure out the way where you and I can ensure that whatever stance we have, whatever opinion we carry, it should still be the development of a state irrespective of our disagreements. And so very, very, they are not radio friendly words, and I can't play the sound bite. I can't even read it and use it on air. So I'm just going to stop there. A particular local government chairman rained insults. That's how Daily Post put it. Daily Post said LG chairman rains insults on Governor Fubara. I'm guessing this political drama, I know a lot of us are tired of it. It's not ending soon. It's not ending soon. 8-point resolution, no 8-point resolution, peace accord or no peace accord. We just need to sit out. It's going to be a long ride. It's going to be a long ride. And if there's anything almost correct in that video where the LG chairman was talking, it is that Rivers State is suffering because of this political drama. Yes, I think almost corrected. Almost. River State is suffering because of that. But I'd like to get to that one. But to my final big story, my goodness, time is running real fast today. To my final big story, you must have heard in the course of the weekend that some of the kidnapped victims were released by the police on Saturday. And people were saying, oh, very good work. The police and the army, they work together, to figure out a way to bring out these kidnapped victims. The army came out with a statement and said, oh, we did not necessarily rescue them. We had an intelligence, how did I say it now? An intelligence report, right? XYZ people were in XYZ location, and so we went there. By the time we got there, the abductors had already left them there, and they helped the victims back to Abuja, where they could meet with their families and loved ones. Remember, what has been trending since on Saturday, or since the weekend, was that the police, and I think some, I don't know if they included the army, but some have said the police rescued, or the police in conjunction with the army rescued the kidnapped victims. One of the kidnapped victims on X, before they were released, she did not mince her words. She said they paid ransom. They were made to move for hours from the location where they were held to the place where the army rescued them. They were left there. And that's what the narrative from one of the kidnapped victims is like. Now, the question is, why do we always have these narratives where the people are misled, so to say? I mean, the headlines that we've been seeing right from the weekend seems misleading. The headline seems misleading because we're told they were rescued. Victims, or one of the victims, is saying that they paid ransom for their release. They paid ransom before they were released. You must have seen some of the articles and some of the papers where they're accusing banks of facilitating some of these, ransom payment, all of that stuff. So this might be the reason why, because they are saying that they paid. They didn't tell us how much they paid, but paid ransom. And so this kidnapping, by the way, it's spread in many parts. Seen some of it in the southwest over the weekend. We've seen some of it in the central. It's no longer safe to travel via road. Too expensive to by air. So what are we supposed to do? I'm wondering. Of me talking, time is fast spent. We've very few more minutes on the clock for this segment. 24 minutes thereabouts. I'm going to open the phone lines right now. Get your thoughts on this one, or on the big stories, basically. 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003. I still do not know why I am struggling with my wordings today. Goodness, help me. All right, let's go phone lines once again. 923 0002, 0817 923 0003. What's 0809 0306 We're live on Facebook, Nigeria PH. We are live on YouTube, Nigerian for PH, and we are active on X, Nigerian for PH. All right, there's a lot of messages on WhatsApp already. Let's Clinton, who's calling for Clinton. Welcome. What is on your mind? Hello, Clinton. Are you there?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Colonel?
Claire, welcome.
Good. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon.
First, I will say that there was no case happening to you. The governor and his legal team have withdrawn all their cases against the lawmakers.
Okay.
It was like an academic exercise.
Okay.
Again, the court is for Christmas. The court cannot give you what is not asked for.
Okay.
So the lawmakers, the Martin Mayweather lawmakers went and demanded that the court restrain the governor from impeding their activities, which the court granted because of all the separation of powers. I believe that's what happened. That was that played out.
Okay.
On the issue of a local government chairman raising insult on the penultimate seat in the state, that's the seat of the governor, really an aberration. Because he is the local government chairman, the leader, and if he's doing this, he should also expect that if other people do this to him, we should take it like that. So because he's a leader, it's a public figure. The seat of the governor is like a national stool and should be respected at all times.
Okay.
But what he did, it was ISO. What are we doing? Own leader, wicked as the governor. I'm not sure he can do that.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I've got Jude from Muma. Jude, welcome. Mind, I'd like to hear from you. Please tell me.
Yeah, the ruling of the Federal High Court Abuja concerning members of the House Assembly from here is for the governor of Rivers State.
Okay.
Fubara. I've always said the time if he sees Rivers people as he's one that is setting up, using Rivers people, setting us up. Now he has withdrawn his team of legal team before the wedding. He has withdrawn the legal team. He caused here to decide. That means he has accepted the ruling before it was today.
Okay.
Why is he doing this? To ask, if he thinks he's a baby, we reverse people, all of us in court, we are not babies, we are adults. The power he has is the power or the support given to him by reverse people. Otherwise, he has no power. Why is he turning us around like a Baba Tia? He has withdrawn the legal team, caused Edison Ehie to resign, and reverse people are here knocking our heads on the wall. Why is he?
So at this point, Jude, I'm going to ask you, what would you have the governor do? Because it's most likely going to submit that budget to Martin Mayweather Assembly.
Yes, that's what he decided to do. That's my point. He has decided to do this. The different people say that submission again.
I mean, if it's null and void, then if it's null and void, then it's submission. Because if the court says except it's countered, it is null and void. So yeah, submission now, we should say.
Okay, he's going to submit or submit whichever. But what has he allowed us to get this far?
Okay, all right.
He has already made up his mind. Play around with what do you call him? Martin Mayweather is good. And you see the tension we have in our state.
All right.
Giving him the support. People going to court to challenge the action, and the government has already made up his mind.
All right, Jude, I've got to go. I get your point. It's throwing people on the bus. But I've got Daniel, who is calling ransom. Daniel, welcome. What is on your mind? Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Welcome.
For me, I'm not interested in the drama in River State.
Okay.
Rather, I have to speak about the king and the when the.
So you want us to go to Abuja right now? Let's go then. Yeah.
The Abuja, I don't think I'll go by the road. No safe. Truth is, I don't see a reason why the government would say there is two people that paid money, because if they paid money, they won't be rescued. And consistency in Nigeria, We have uncles, fathers. They pay the money, either their child, their daughter, or their parents in Nigeria that have a government. Are we not telling me that the people in authority do not have hand on this? It's hard for me to believe.
Okay.
Because it can't tell me that the government of Nigeria, with me, who is not a criminal, you have your number, you have your BV, you have so many things that can shoot you. And people like kidnappers are making calls. You tell me you cannot track them. Let me tell you one example I don't want to show here. Basic. My friend was kidnapped. Plus, being found out the kidnapper that we caught. Connection from here to Abuja, he had that connection. That's terrible. Terrible. Terrible experience.
All right.
So when you have these things and the authority is not protecting you, tell me how safe is your country. To be an Nigerian is just terrible.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Very much done here from you. Good luck from Anthony. Greetings.
Hello, Kalaba.
Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, afternoon, my brother. Let me go to the case of governor. The drama that is playing with the family. I've come to understand that our governor is really not a politician. What is happening now? Just as I'm going over the pantry, and the pantry that going to us that direction they will be going. The governor is pleased with those who are looking up to you for employment. Some are saying the issue of impeachment will come up any time, any day. So meet at the governor can do nothing about it. So let him please look for a way and start employing reverse. Because I have maybe that is that is just what I'm looking for into. No, I expect nothing more.
Okay.
I'm using on it.
And then
As quick as possible.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time. Now go to the message portal and read the messages. Time to focus on messages. Let's see what we have here. We have Governor Fubara should be very careful with the former governor. Okay, if you say so. I'm wondering why you're bringing the into this, but all right. I get your message now. Let's see. Good day, Canada. I affected assembly members were asked to withdraw their suit against the governor. Which one is coming again? And these are the issues. These are the issues. This one says, good afternoon, Canada. This is the first and only court judgment has come out since the political drama in Rivers State began. I have said on several occasions that before the Rivers State High Court gave the order favoring Edison Ehie led to see there was a subsisting ex parte order from the Abuja Federal High Court presided by Justice James Motosa. So all these too much noise about the vacation of seats by the Amil-led assembly playing to the gallery, unfortunately given by very senior lawyer Ibibia. And I've always counted you by saying when they went to court, they were yet defeated. As simple as that. I've got Miriam of Grammar Creek. Welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you. So we'll go back to the messages after that. Hello, Miriam. Are you there?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Thank you. Well, I'm surprised about the judgment. It seems courts and judges, wherever they decide, they tend to favor whoever is the top.
That's you impugning. That's impugning on our judiciary, and talk for development, not necessarily flouts the law.
The judiciary is like it's now the most institution now.
How is it? Okay.
Before they on precedent, but now we see the reverse is the
Miro, let me ask you, how is this a confusing judgment? I mean, the party asked for certain things, and the judge ruled according to what's in the Constitution. So, where is your countering coming from? Where is your opposition coming from? Give me, some major points, then, please.
So, trying to say that what we are wrong.
What are you insisting on?
move to another party who has to vacate that seat.
But,
You know,
but Muriel, that was not part of the court proceedings. That's why I'm saying that when we want to, we should get right. That was part of what we're saying. The evidence before the court was what the court ruled
on the evidence that the party, the person that won.
exactly. Their lawyers withdrew. No, they did not. That's where the problem is. They did not. You just blame the court for the absence of a year. And
so it's now right to rule against people in a state that was there. You just rule against. It's not listen to the two parties. Just listen to one brought a matter. Listen to all the facts and presented before you and you ask your judgment. It's now done, Clara. So how can we continue on this? It's not complete. So in fact, it's not, for now we don't even want to listen to lawyers.
All right then. All right.
Concerning the local chairman that was rallying against our governor, Canada, this is just for the government. If he goes and fixes the end of the government, he's going to disregard. People that are waiting for you walk out to tell you that God is coming out and they can do anything they like and don't have any say. People will never say. Even the local chairman ranting and insulting is weak. So if he does that, people he doesn't get there, they can rise up and say anything against him. That's okay. What they are doing is the to be saying it's not showing it. This is so wrong.
Thank you so much. I can feel your passion there, where you impugn on the court, on the judiciary, without having all the facts. I had to correct you there. Let's move. Godday Temes says, Canada to present the 2023-2024 appropriation bill for the second time at our democracy. Canada, it's not a court of competence. Honorable Edison Ehie, Speaker of the River State House of Assembly, our judiciary in Nigeria. I can continue, but later I just finished explaining, like EBBS, this suit was the first one to be initiated, and I remember we were arguing at the time what maintained status quo meant. The justice to maintain status quo. Apparently, you probably lawyer. Maybe a lawyer to come in tomorrow and explain all the. If the court concluded by saying with the admitter of the truth, that means the governor has been played. The governor should be wise by this court pronunciation from William. William, you do have a point. I do agree. You do have a point there. So says, good afternoon, Mr. Clare. Wiki has done his homework for me. Governor Fubara is helpless at this point. Nation or if so, what's the faith of Edison, his former speaker? Watson from Bori is asking. Good day, Canada. I will continue to pray for Rivers State, for Governor Fubara and the FCC minister. As they go back and forth, it is the people of Rivers State that are feeling the heat, especially the common man. Now that the court has nullified the budget passed by the former speaker, what Alana SAN not tell us that the budget not passed twice? Oh, my country. Let us pray. Newton. So where do we start from? Do we start from our father? Where do we pray from now? Can you tell me? But this one says, good afternoon, Canada. We are still watching the judiciary when it comes to the case between the government and the law. To claim the House of Assembly sitting illegally should prove their case in court while we see and listen to what the Constitution says. In of the media trials, meanwhile, our judiciary should kill the trust Nigerians have in that. From Thai. Let's see this. This one said, good afternoon. Governor Fubara should put his eyes on the ground and avoid the trap staring at his face. The lawmakers had written to the governor and published in These Day newspaper requesting him to present the 2024 appropriation budget and medium-term expenditure framework to them before they proceed on recess, and he remained adamant if the governor proceed to spend without the approval of the lawmakers, that is an impeachable offense, and the lawmakers will definitely cash in. And this time around, he will not come out saying, what have I done Tinubu will not save him because he had called the private to fulfill or fully implement the 8-point resolution. Okay, branding of you call local government. You said, while I do not disrespect the office of the governor, I will be quick to remind us that one you called the name on a daily basis has been abusing and insulting former governor, and yet it did not make headlines. But you see, yet again, yet to tell you whether you should insult the person or not, and that's why we do have a court. If you feel like your character is being, or your personality is being assassinated, character assassination like the law calls it, you head to court. It's a civil matter. Tell them about it. But when you, just like some people trying to impugn on the court, you attack the office of the governor, then there is a problem. There is indeed a problem. Let's see now. This says, good afternoon. How come the court did not mention anything about the defection of Amewule from PDP to APC, which is a constitutional issue? It is very unfortunate that the court will turn a blind eye over the defection issues, but focuses on ensuring that pro-Wike faction is recognized. Mike Road. Oh, so many messages. I don't know if I can read all of it and read so many messages on WhatsApp. Let's quickly look at what we have on Facebook. Because we have a few people on Facebook. Engineer Rumer says, good day, Mr. Khaled. I think the judgment of the Federal High Court today not find it 24 budget of Rivers State government not something which should celebrate on now. Mr. President Tinubu directed the Rivers State Governor Fubara to restore peace amongst the parties on resolution in Nigeria. Secondly, he said the LGA chairman should pay talks to Governor Fubara. Right, thank you. Bobby Deyiwe says, good evening, Canada. Oh, good afternoon. I think just these up and down of these their political drama. Governor is the one dragging all this drama back and forth. He signed a piece of code. He should abide by it because the state is suffering from I think you wanted to say lack of government. Okay, Courage Bobo. Find that story now. Okay, skipping. Okay. Skipping. I'll look for it. Okay, I'm waiting for Courage Bobo's message to pop up again. Okay, I've seen it. It said local government chairman insulting the governor is not a welcome development. Like Duncan Mighty said, before he separate fight, first of all, separate quarrel. He said the particular person has been going around insulting the FCT minister. Okay, interesting there. Engineer Offroom, I read your message. So let's come down. Ima Harry. Hey, Canada. I remember sometime in the Fubara was beginning not to leave this to ever Ike is not be surprised with the visit of Fubara to Tinubu. What did you say? My goodness. But you moved on to say it's obvious that there is a new. Where's the message now? There is a new economic atmosphere on kidnap economy. This government of the day is aware of it. The people should choose for themselves now. The People Defense Force is required now or never. PDF. Okay, all right. Problem. Thank you. Sylvester Osim says, "Good afternoon, the man of the people. It's time for him to present the budget of Rivers House of Assembly. He should stop misleading himself. The LGA insulting Fubara is not bad as you say. Both of them are equal from some Wike political school. Remember, it's the same LGA chairman that came for him all throughout his LGA. Sim should send the budget to the State Assembly of Faith, and I don't know what you meant there. You said you're still more LGA, but I guess you still don't get the point. So even if you and I were friends, governor, I'm at a different level altogether. I mean, if I was going to an inquiry point, I don't think it would be safe or it would be a thing for me to do. Once I'm saying governors should not have a line, get the point. They now are at an elevated level. It represents real estate, that's like the way I can put it. So yes, they may have been equal when they were taking, or even the LJ chairman may have been politically when they were taking lessons from Wike, but once it becomes a governor, even, like some people have said, the party constitution makes it clear, it becomes the party. It's as simple as that. Even those people who were bigger than him in the political standing now will answer to him. Okay. MA in says, I think Governor doesn't have calls. He should have known the right time to challenge his master. Definitely not when they're still on you. Not when there is something pending to be decided about your authenticity. The governor. And then you said the governor started this, and I just hope peace would return soon. He's already set the tone for endless rancor between him and the supporters of the other group. The state is indeed suffering. I think I agree with your last sentence. The state is indeed suffering. I've got to go. It's time for the business news. I'm sorry I didn't read all the messages and I couldn't take all the calls. I mean, there was a plethora of calls and a plethora of messages, but I've got to go right now. Thank you very much. Just in more conversation the next hour. This time we will be talking, hopefully, with you. It will be on the show via phone, and we will give him the rights of reply. Certain people were on our show last week saying he should not be missing his role as leader of the Youth Council of Nigeria in River State with that of politics in the River State. So we'll talk about this and many more. Just stay tuned.